This man had answered 8 questions correctly and accumulated $10 million in prize money. He could choose to take the $10 million, or he could choose to continue answering the final question. If he answered correctly, the prize money would double. If he answered incorrectly, all the prize money would be wiped out. This final question was definitely going to be very difficult. If it were you, what would you choose? Jack's choice was to continue answering. All the audience at the scene erupted in excitement. But just as the host was about to ask the final question, the show reached its broadcast time limit. So this final question would be broadcast live tomorrow. But just as Jack was preparing to go home, he was arrested by the police because the police had learned that Jack had never attended school, and some of the questions couldn't even be answered by professors. So they believed Jack must have cheated, but Jack insisted that he hadn't cheated because he knew the answers to these questions by heart. So the police brought him to the office and asked him to explain. The police turned on the television and began replaying the show. The first question was, which star played the lead role in Zanjeer, the movie that became popular throughout India in 1973? This question brought Jack's thoughts back to his childhood. He and his brother had no interest in studying and made trouble every day. But just when Jack was using the toilet, his brother played a prank and locked him inside. Just then, a helicopter slowly landed there. People outside were shouting that the person on the plane was the star of Zanjeer. Jack greatly admired this star. In order to meet his favorite star, he made a bold decision. Jack, who smelled terrible, had no one willing to come near him. Unexpectedly, this brought him to the front of the crowd, and Jack successfully got the star's autograph. So this question was too easy for him. The second question asked what was written under the Indian national emblem. The audience burst into laughter because this question was very simple, but unexpectedly, Jack couldn't answer it. Helplessly, he could only use his one lifeline to ask the audience for help. Seeing this, the police became very angry because this was India's most famous phrase that anyone who had attended school would know. But a person who had answered 8 questions correctly didn't know it. The police asked Jack if his cheating method had failed at this point. Jack didn't answer directly, but instead asked the police a strange question.
How much is pani puri at Harish's store on Chopati?